Hi, my name's Ollie, and I had the honour of being in the Young People's Puppet Theatre production of A Midsummer Night's Dream all the way back in 2017 with Beaumont School. I created the puppet for Puck, and then I voiced Bottom in the production.
Hello, fair the spur. Oh, Bottom, how you've changed.
One of the things I loved the most about it was that you got to play all of these different parts. You got to be the creator of the puppets, and you got to design the sets and run the backstage and then voice the characters. And then there were different roles, people who were voicing, people who were puppeting. I loved how even just as a year 7, I felt like I had so much control over what was happening and so much of a part to play.
We were all absolutely blown away with the idea that they'd made the sets and they made the puppet and they were saying all the words. It was, it was a really fun thing to be part of.
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mark and dares not answer nay.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? I beg you, gentle mortal, sing again.
In lockdown, I saw the Young People's Puppet Theatre were running a competition to write a play to go into their library. And I've always loved script writing. And I thought that it would be a fantastic opportunity to give something back to the charity who had jump-started one of my loves for theatre in secondary school.
Within minutes, he's already scribbling ideas down on a piece of paper.
He came up with one of the best scripts we've come across. It's called How Not to Rob a Bank.
I worked with Jeremy for about 4 months to write the play.
A lot of it was on Zoom calls. And a lot of the time I was simply making some suggestions to him about things that he might tighten up.
I mean, I think he was 15, I want to say. And he was treated like an adult. It was a creative process.
One of the best parts of the whole experience has to be meeting the cast of the first production of my play, How Not to Rob a Bank. Just before they went on for their first performance, the first performance of my play ever.
All the kids gathered around him and they all had questions and they were all like, blah, 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 blah. And it was just, as a parent, watching your son be this tiny, tiny minor celebrity in this primary school in St Albans. It was just joy.
And it was really lovely to meet them and see how much they loved the thing that I had been able to put my time into. And so heartwarming to see all of that hard work, all the way from the beginning of my journey 8 or 9 years ago to now.
Clearly, slightly lifted himself 2 centimetres further off the ground as a result.
Okay? Sure, I won't let you down, Mum. I'm going to be the best criminal you've ever seen. Wow, this is going to be epic.
And then we watched the play and I was able to have those moments every now and again where I realised that every word that those kids were saying and every movement of what was going on in front of me had been created by my child when he was 15. And it was really exciting.
It was nice to see that somebody who had no previous experience of a particular art form got totally involved in it 3 years later and wrote a really, really excellent script, which we will continue to use into the future.
And I know he gets real joy out of knowing that that play is out there, having a life of its own, entirely independently of him.
Move me over to the bird. Over a bit, up a bit more. Slowly, a bit more to the left.
These days I'm in Leeds. I am an English literature with creative writing student in my 2nd year.
No matter what he goes on to do with his degree and with his writing, it will always be the very, very first thing that was ever published in any way. And that's very exciting.
I love having the connection to the Young People's Puppet Theatre and love being able to look back and look at how far I've come since the first time I came into contact with them all the way back in year 7.